Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. Thank you so much for coming by to hang out with me today. So for today's video, I'm going to be playing with a brand new eyeshadow palette and an all-new lip stain. Charlotte Tilbury is not a brand that I have a lot of experience with. I do own a few of her products. In this video, I want to be sharing with you her new Fire Rose palette. This is the outside packaging, which I think is beautiful, but the inside packaging is even more beautiful. And the palette itself is downright stunning. It's obnoxious. So it doesn't look like a whole lot when you're looking at it, in the pans, but this is a really beautiful palette. In person, it's stunning. So that's what we're doing. We're playing with that. And then I also grabbed one of her new lip and cheek stains. This is her Tinted Love collection. I grabbed the shade Bohemian Kiss. So that's what I'm doing today. We're going to be trying out these two products. If you stumbled upon my channel but you're not yet subscribed, I hope you consider subscribing before you click off today. If you do that, ring that notification bell so you don't miss my future uploads. Let's get into this try on. So the Fire Rose palette is one of Charlotte's new holiday releases for 2020. And when I saw Britt Clark wearing it in one of her videos, I was so taken aback by how beautiful it was on her eyes, and I instantly went and bought it. So, thank you, Britt. But it's beautiful, and I can't wait to try it out and just try her formula in general since I've never tried her eyeshadows before. And then soon after that, I saw that she dropped her Tinted Love collection. This is like an early release that she did. It's only... Actually, it might not even be available anymore. I don't think it is. It was only available for a week, and then they're bringing it back at the beginning of 2021. So I don't know if this is if this is like an early holiday release for like Valentine's Day, because that's kind of what it looks like. Regardless, I really wanted to try it out. I just wanted to try out some different formulas from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a brand that's really starting to like pique my interest whenever they drop something new. So yeah, let's go ahead and create an eye look with this Fire Rose palette. So the only thing that looking at this palette, the only thing that kind of gets me a little bit is that it doesn't have any lighter matte shades. So you've got this really deep shade here, and then the rest are all like satins or shimmers. So that's going to be a little tough for me to create a look with, just because I'm not used to blending shimmers like up into my transition area. It can be done. I just don't know how it's going to look. So that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to have to do that, because using this shade here as like a transition shade, or even, as a crease shade, is going to be a little difficult. This would typically be my like deepening up shade. Now, I've already laid down some of the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base on my eyelids, just because I know this is a product that works well for blending shadows into it. I don't typically have any issues with it, but it's been a little bit since I laid it down, and I feel like my lids are looking really oily. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to add a little bit more, and then we'll get started. All of the makeup products that I used for my base today, I am going to link down below in the description box. So if you're interested in knowing what that is, you can go find it there. Just know that if you click on any of those links, they are affiliate links, which means if you make a purchase from those links, I will earn a small kickback from that purchase. It is at no extra cost to you. It helps me out because it is money that I can earn without, you having to spend extra money that you weren't already going to spend. And it's money that I can reinvest into my channel. So if you decide to do that, thank you very much. It's super helpful to me, and it allows me to buy more products to review here on my channel for you guys. So this one is called Smoke. This one is Super Pop. This one is Enhance, and this one is Prime. I don't really know what that means. I'm just going to place them where I think they should be placed. Breaking all the rules. I almost wanted to pull in an extra palette to work with this, just so I had something to lay down in my transition area. I just feel real sketched out about using a shimmer shade, or a satin. It's a satin. This matte is super creamy. Like, it doesn't look like it is when you swatch it, but it is super creamy. Those are the shades swatched out. And that's the palette. It doesn't look like anything revolutionary, and if we're just being completely honest, it's not. But the formulas feel really nice, and I am excited to use it. Okay, let's dip into that Enhanced shade. So that's going to be this really pretty, is it a bronzy shade? Kind of? Yeah, it's kind of like a bronze shade. Let's use that for the transition. Okay, I'm going to do that with my Sonia G Blender Pro. This one is really fluffy, so it's going to allow me to keep that shade a little bit more diffused and not so like bam, pigmented. I don't want this to be hard to blend, so I'm just going to dip in here. This is so strange using this in my crease. Hope y'all can see this okay. I'm going to just start really lightly and then build up from there. I gotta be real careful with these hooded eyes. That's really strange. Like once you start blending that out, I mean, you can see the shine to it, don't get me wrong, but it's not like overly shiny to the point where, I don't know, to the point where it even looks like a satin. It's kind of weird. I mean, so far that is blending really nicely. I think I want to really build up some depth with this shade here. One of my absolute favorite brushes for building up and packing on color is my Sonia G Builder Pro. It is just really, it's perfect. It's perfect for really packing color on. That's a yummy shade. I like a little bit of drama on the eyes. I'm not exactly subtle when it comes to my makeup. It's just not my style. So, we're gonna get a little dramatic with this. This is nice. It's a really nice, deep, like cranberry shade. And I'm here for it. You know what? I guess it would help if I got a little closer to the camera, huh? Is that better? I am gonna dip into that first shade one more time, just after I throw my brush, slightly. Build up that cranberry shade again, because I can. So I'm a little peeved. Just realized I did the entire rest of that eye, and my camera had cut off. Love that for me. So this is what I came up with. I'm gonna repeat that on the other eye now. Man, that frustrates the piss out of me. You didn't get to see like my initial reaction. Like I am digging this palette. Hardcore. I guess it could be worse. I could have done both eyes and then realized I wasn't filming. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this built up where I left off with this one. And then we'll start with like the shimmer and stuff. This palette is knocking my socks off. I am so happy I picked this up. Let me get that bronze shade laid down and then we'll jump into that darker cranberry shade again. Okay, what I'm going to do now is take this really beautiful Super Pop shade and I'm going to drag that on the inner part of my lid. I wish you would have seen me with my first reaction to this shade. It is so pretty. So pretty. However, I am getting fallout with it. Like, look at that. It's a flaky shade, but not a dry shade, if that makes any kind of sense whatsoever. So yummy. And then what I did is I dipped back into that cranberry shade and I packed it back on. I really and truly didn't think that I was going to like this as much as I do. No offense, Charlotte, if you're watching this. Okay, and then what I did next is I took my Sigma angle brush, it's the E65, and I tapped into that cranberry shade and I just stamped a little bit of it like on my upper lash line here. Not all the way in, but I feel like it just adds something. It could be me. I feel like it does. It kind of pulls the look all the way around. And I like it. Ooh, she's pretty. Damn, I didn't think I was gonna get this much drama. I love this. I really do. I am so impressed with this palette. You guys know, I will tell you if I think something is overrated, if I think something just isn't worth the price tag. I will tell you all those things. I'm very, very forthcoming on my channel. I don't hold back. I'm not here to please brands or to kiss ass. I tell you guys the truth. I tell you how I feel, and straight up, I am thoroughly impressed with this palette from Charlotte Tilbury. And I've only used the 3 shades. I haven't used this really pretty shade here. Should I use this one? Can we get away with using that as an inner corner highlight? let's try. Why not? I'm just going to tap a little bit of that right here and see what happens. Oh, I don't know if I like that. That's maybe a little bit too dark. But we're kind of stuck with it now because it's there. So I'm going to repeat it on the other eye. And I'm just not going to make it like too crazy. I'm going to have to go over with like a duo fiber brush and try to get some of this glitter off my face. So I'm going to stamp that shade down here, that smoke shade on my lower lash line. We're going to blow it out real good. I'm going to put on some mascara. I'm going to go ahead and try on that lip stain. It's a lip and cheek stain, but I've already done the rest of my base. I didn't want to put this over top of powder products because I didn't know how it was going to perform. And I'm not typically the type of person that uses this type of product on my cheeks. So it's going on the lips. Okay, so this is the finished eye look after I smoked out that lower lash line. Did all the things I was telling you about. So now we're going to go ahead and try out this Tinted Love Lip and Cheek Balm. It's not a balm. The Tinted Love Lip and Cheek Tint. This is a pretty large container. This has 0.33 fluid ounces in it, which I don't know how it is comparatively to like other products like this because I don't typically use these types of products. But I'm a little excited about it. So when you open her up here, again, this is in the shade Bohemian Kiss. When you open it up, it's just got this kind of like triangular pointed applicator on it here. And you can use it as a cheek tint, obviously, or you can use it as a lip tint. That's how we're using it today. I'm going to be honest, this is not a complete first impression because I did try this out as soon as it came in. I was so excited to give it a try. So I did, but I haven't formed a full opinion yet. So just taking that and I'm going to apply it to the lips. It's a very liquidy consistency. It almost feels like you're rubbing water on your lips. The only thing I have on my lips right now, I had a little bit of like clear lip balm because my lips were so dry. And I knew they would look horrific if I put this over top of dry lips. The idea of a lip tint is something that's exciting to me just because it's so hard to wear an actual lipstick right now or even a lip gloss because we're wearing masks and it just smears everywhere. Well, this kind of doesn't match the eye look, but I just want to show you how it works. I don't know how I would feel about this as a cheek tint. I don't think I would like that. It's because I don't like things that are super gloppy and wet on my cheeks. Hey, that might be your journey. It's not mine. I think I'm expecting it to have a lot more pigment than it does, but I have to remember this is a tint. I guess it's supposed to look like you stained your lips. Now, I would say if you have dry patches on your lips at all, this is going to look really funky. It's not going to look right. So your lips need to be exfoliated. They need to be smooth. I don't know. Like, I don't hate this. I do have a bunch of that Super Pop shade that, like, trickled down onto my cheeks. I tried like hell to get rid of it. It won't come off. So, in the future, if I was going to use this palette, I would probably do it before I put my foundation on. If you try to build on it, it just kind of ends up nasty. I don't know. I think it's really cool. It's different. So yeah, it does not match the eye look whatsoever, but this is what Bohemian Kiss looks like on the lips. I feel like it's a little bit uneven on the bottom. I don't know. I'd have to play around with this a little bit more to really get a feel for how this works. I don't hate it. It's different. I don't know how long this would last on my lips. I like it okay. It's something different. We'll try it out some more, see how I feel about it. So that is going to wrap up this video trying out the new Charlotte Tilbury Fire Rose palette. I think you guys know exactly how I feel about this. I love this. It is such a beautiful, like, holiday-esque type of palette. Holiday-esque, is that a word? It's a beautiful palette. It's stunning. I love the shimmery aspect of it. I love that you can make it really deep and sultry and smoky. I love that. I'm all about that. I don't regret this purchase whatsoever. I'm glad that I gave it a try. I was a little hesitant to try the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow formula just because when you're paying that kind of money for eyeshadows, you have, at least I do, I have really high expectations for how those need to perform. And I didn't want to be let down. I'm tired of getting my heart broke, you know what I mean? So I'm glad it performed the way it should for, you know, the amount of money I paid for it. And I would definitely recommend this to you guys if it's something that you've been interested in. It's fantastic. The lip tint, I'm not 100% sold on it. I don't hate it. I feel like I'm getting some weird like coloring here as opposed to my top lip. I don't know what the hell I did. I don't hate it. It looks okay. But if I had to pick my favorite product out of the two, obviously it's going to be the palette. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you guys made it this far in the video but you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please tap that subscribe button before you click off. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.